The musicians you see before are the members of the Old High Middle School Knights Band. Let's greet and encourage the musicians with a warm-up welcome.
These band members have made a commitment to excellence. As a result, we have begun a journey toward becoming musicians who will enjoy a lifetime of music making. Tonight's concert is a demonstration concert. We would like to show you the progress we have made so far this year. While tonight's concert will feature some great music, the band members, like athletes, should first start with warming up.
Learning to play a wind instrument starts by learning how to form a correct embouchure. This is the way we shape our mouth to play the instrument correctly. Once we learned the correct embouchure, we began to make our first sound.
started playing on our instruments, we began learning one note at a time. We spent a lot of time just trying to master one note. We must admit that our first few attempts didn't go very smoothly. Here is the same note after lots of practice. Before too long, we were all able to come together on the correct notes. Here is Away We Go and Moving Around.
All right. Whenever we learn a new rhythm pattern, we count it first, then we try to play it. Then we take that pattern and apply it to a song, first by singing the names of the notes. first tune.
We then tried our first duet, which uses half notes, and heard what it sounded like when part of the group played one pitch while part of the group played a different pitch to make harmony. Here is part A. Now, part B. Now, we'll put parts A and B together to perform our first duet, titled El Camino Mariachi.
Tests and band is a little different from other classes. We have to play one at a time in front of the entire class. We rehearse these songs in class and are expected to practice and polish them at home before the test. We are graded using a rubric with categories such as tone, notes, rhythms, articulation, posture, and technique. If we score high enough on all the parts of the rubric, we can earn a star for that song. Those that earn all their stars by the end of the year will receive a medal to wear during our spring concert. Here is an example of one of our playing tests. This is number 12 in our book titled Cuckoo. Some classes have taken this test already and others will soon.
We soon learned how to play our instruments using another kind of note value, the quarter note, which gets one beat each as demonstrated in our next exercise, rising rhythms. Here we will demonstrate counting and playing. Once we figured out how to play our first 5 notes and that they can appear as whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes, we discovered that all those notes we had been working on can be arranged in many different ways, which led us to begin working on a couple of old different favorite melodies such as Hot Cross Buns, Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Good King Wenceslas.
We'd like to take this opportunity to feature each of our parents. We'd like to take this opportunity to feature each of our hardworking band's students. This might be a great time for parents to capture a picture after we stand up for our next performance.
Aren't they doing a good job up here? I think so. Obviously, this is the first time that they've been on stage. We were not able to do this concert 2 years ago, so we are very thankful that we were able to be up here this evening. They had their first rehearsal this morning, as you caught in the email. So they haven't had a lot of time to kind of get used to one another and who's behind them playing, who's in front of them playing. So I'm just impressed with the short amount of time that they're looking and sounding so good. So we just played Hot Cross Buns. We'd like to kind of get a chance to hear every section play it, so you may want to get your phones ready to video it or grab a quick picture. So we're going to start with our flute section first. Very nice. Very nice flutes. Well done. The fingerings for the flute are the most complicated by far. It takes so much longer for them just to learn their first 3 notes because their fingerings don't make any logical sense like the other instruments. So we're very proud of what they've been able to do. That is difficult what they just did. Okay, moving on to our clarinets, our reed players. Okay, so they're going to play Hot Cross Buns. Wonderful clarinet section, a lot of them, we have 14. The chances of them not squeaking at least once during that performance, very hard to do. So they did great. Congratulations, clarinets, you may sit down. Okay, moving over here to our other reed players, the saxophone section. You should see their faces up here. You probably can't see what I can see up here. They're having a good time. They're a little nervous. They're having a good time. Saxophones, you did great. Okay, you may sit down. Our largest section, so we moved from our woodwind family to a whole different family. So this is our brass. So they use a little mouthpiece to make their sound, as you heard at the beginning of the concert. So here's our trumpet players. Well done, trumpets. So that's what we call our high brass. We're moving to our low brass, so a deeper sound. This is our trombone section here in the back. most trombones take a lot of airs. I always get a kick when you see the little students pick trombone. They'll eventually grow into it, but it's always funny to see. They did a great job. Okay, trombones, you may have a seat. Last but not least is another different family of our band, and it is our percussion. They're in the dark. They're back there though. Proud of the percussion as well. Very good. This is a great time of the year, I think, to give a little gratitude for what we're able to do here at our school that many schools can't do. And so that starts with our leadership. We have great leadership here at our school. Leslie Lyons and Jason Bruner are extremely supportive of what they do. They come from musical backgrounds or they have children that play music. So they totally get what your children are trying to accomplish. And so we are very, very grateful for them as their support to our kids. Mrs. Ward is the trumpet and trombone teacher. So if we'd like to recognize her efforts, been working really hard with those groups. All right. As you know, this is a demonstration concert, so the idea is for us to kind of get an idea of what you should be hearing at home. All right? So we've counted up here, we've been tapping our feet. Can you see how good their posture is up here on the stage? How many of you see your children sitting like that as they practice at home? I see you laughing, and you're starting to smile. I can see that. You probably don't, and that's okay. Last year when we did all the Google Meets and that stuff, and we taught from home, you'd be amazed what I would see on those meetings, right? Yeah, I had a kid actually playing on the side of his bed. You know, that's not good posture. I bet you have some kind of a chair at home that would support a lot better than the side of a couch or a bed, right? So if we could reinforce that at home, sneak in, look at your child practicing. Are their feet flat? Are they sitting on the front of their chair? Do they have something that holds the music about eye level? Yeah, that's a tricky thing. Most of them probably don't, right? So if we could do those things at home, it will help reinforce what we're getting ready to do in the spring. Because when you hear them in the spring, it will not sound anything like this. So if we could do those things at home, in class we have a tool called a metronome. If you have a musical background, you know exactly what that is. A little device that keeps a perfect tempo. Just clicks it off. You can easily download that or buy a physical metronome at a music shop for about $20. So if we could get that going at home, that would be wonderful, okay? Thank you so much. You're an awesome crowd. This auditorium is filled up, and it's so nice to see that. So thanks again. We just have a couple more songs to go. We wish you a great Thanksgiving holiday next week. Thank you.
This has been an exciting event as we have shared with you our musical journey. As the journey continues, we want to invite you back here to attend our next concert on Monday, May 23rd at 6:30 p.m. You will be amazed at how far we will have come by then.
It's been great. It's been great to see and hear how our band classes have progressed. Our progress is only possible because of the musical partnership that includes students, teachers, administrators, and parents. The student and school would like to thank you for your support and encouragement, especially at home, as we are going to tackle more challenging music throughout the rest of the year.
In the light of the upcoming holiday season, we'd like to leave you this evening with a performance of one of our favorites, Good King Wenceslas.
Thank you for your attendance and have a wonderful fall season.
But before we do that, we're going to play a couple songs before that. It's my fault. I had the wrong guys come up. So we're just going to rewind, and we'll play those two songs, and then we will play Good King Wenceslas.
Our next song provided us a great way to review our first 5 basic notes and also introduced us to the concept of scales. Little Robin Redbreast takes us up note, one note and at a time, and then back down the same way.
An old classic, and it is one of our most challenging songs we've had to learn so far for many of us. We learned how to recognize notes and rests and move our fingers, slides, and mallets at a faster pace. We also learned the importance of repeat signs in music. Please enjoy Marietta Little.
And now our last song, a little Christmas carol, Good King Wenceslas.
I have so many people to thank. If you don't know who I am the lucky person that gets to be the principal of Old High Middle School, and I do not exaggerate at all. Super lucky. You guys bring us the best kids. Thank you for that. I want to thank you, first of all. Showing up is really important to a kid. Thank you for showing up. Number two, thank you for putting up with all the noises that came out of those instruments at home. It didn't say, no, you cannot do this anymore. Thank you for that. Here, I'm gonna nerd out for just a little bit. You guys may or may not know this, but I definitely want to let you know what music can do for your kids. For some of them, this will be their experience of music, and some of them will move on, and some to be all kinds of things in life. Some of them will end up making this a lifelong passion. That's a big deal. No matter what they do, they're gonna be better for it because you put them in music. Here's how it works. We've got our left side of the brain. We're teaching them all the logical things, and they're really good at that at this age. Right now, what's starting to develop on the other side of their brain is that right side of their brain, that creativity. They just learned a whole new language in like what, 10 weeks? Yeah, they just learned a whole new language. They memorized all the fingerings, all the embouchures, all the things you had to do. Absolutely brilliant. But what's happening is you're developing pathways in that right side of the brain for the first time. What it ends up doing, no matter what they become, it makes them better problem solvers. It makes them better thinkers. So when we need a doctor and they open us up and it doesn't look like the textbook, they can figure out a creative way to make sure everything's okay. That's what you're doing for your students. So thank you, parents, for supporting them in what they're trying to do. Big round of applause for the parents. Gigantic thank you that Randall Klemple and Melanie Ward decided to make this their life passion. You guys. I don't know about you, but I have a couple of kids of my own, and sometimes it's hard to get them to just smile and sit and look at the camera at the same time, much less pull this off. Randall and Melanie are able to do this every day. They listen to the sounds and they know what's coming and they get them there. I could not be more grateful for the two that we have. And y'all don't know it. He was talking about, I don't know if you can see the kids beaming up here, but I don't know. I definitely know you didn't see him. Huge smile the whole entire time, giving him that feedback. But they did an excellent job. You don't get better than Randall Klemple. You guys are brilliant and awesome and wonderful, and I have not been more proud of you in my entire life. Way to go, kids! So I think that it's only right that you take them for ice cream. Yes, they told me they need the ice cream, okay? All right, so thank you so much for coming. We so appreciate you. I'm so glad that we're back in the building and get to share all these moments with you. Have a happy holiday season, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.